Hi everyone, I'm a data engineer and I would like to share my knowledge on AWS Cloud. So I'm starting with the one of the AWS service which is AWS Lambda. So let's go into the details. What is AWS Lambda? AWS Lambda is a serverless computation service which run the code without provisioning or managing servers. So it means that there is no need of any server that has to be SLA based, and even the managing of the server is also not required. So everything is taken care by AWS. You can pay only for the resources you have used for the computation, but not the fixed amount of money. Zero administration required, so there is no need of any admin guys who will take care of the the servers and highly available. So whenever it's required, you will get a resource of the AWS Lambda, and it will execute the code. Just upload the code and it starts executing when you click on the execution button. Automated trigger, so there are two ways, or there could be another ways also to execute the AWS Lambda. So one is in event and other one is on schedule based triggers. So one can be when you put an file into the S3 location, it automatically triggers the Lambda, or you can schedule it using the cron jobs. So here comes the programming languages that are used for the AWS Lambda. We can see Java and Node.js and few other versions, and multiple versions of the Python as well. So let's go into the working model of Lambda. How does Lambda work? So when you upload the code into the Lambda using a zip file, or you can even add the code using the console editor, then there is a setup of the trigger that has to be made, so that when an AWS service hits the Lambda, or and there is a request from an HTTP endpoint, that will trigger the Lambda. So Lambda runs your code only when it's triggered, and using only the computation resources that are already configured by you. So you are going to pay for only the resources you already mentioned and your Lambda is going to use. So let's go into the some restriction policies, how Lambda will behave. If we see, the Lambda will only get the access of the resources which you already configured. For suppose, so Lambda can access only the required S3 buckets, but not all the S3 buckets that are available in your AWS account. Configurations, we can set the maximum timeout up to 15 minutes. So it means that if your process runs more than 15 minutes, it's going to be get automatically killed. Memory used for executions can be configured from 128 MB to 3008 MB. Job try, it's like job retry can be configured to handle failure scenarios. It means that if the Lambda fails for the once, and it automatically triggers itself for the second time to try on another execution. So let's go to the fourth point, which is stem directory. It's up to 512 MB. It's like an hard disk for the Lambda, which is used for the input and output storage. So it's configured 512 MB. Let's go into some of the use cases for the Lambda. Operating serverless websites. So we generally see the websites, and when you click on something, right, it's going to make an HTTP request. So when using the Lambda, you can configure it through the API gateway, and so when a request comes, the Lambda will automatically trigger, and the application logic that is already been there in the Lambda will going to execute, and in such cases it can go and store the username, password, those things into the RDS. It's a relational database, or a DynamoDB, which is non-relational database. So let's go into few more use cases. Processing uploaded S3 objects. By using the event or a schedule based, you can start processing the S3 files and generate the required outputs. Operations on objects. So we can perform the operations like S3 copy or a delete on the object stored in the S3. For suppose, you can copy the file from one of the S3 bucket to another S3 bucket, or you can delete a file from the S3 bucket. Filtering and transforming data on the fly. It means that when you when you're transforming data using the different services like from S3 to Redshift or Kinesis, you can transmit as well as you can filter it in the fly. Limitations: we can set only a timeout max up to 15 minutes. So if the process goes beyond 15 minutes, it's going to be halted. Memory used for the execution can be configured from 128 MB to 3008 MB. So if you need a process power more than that, that's Lambda is not the place to execute the thing. So another one is temp directories up to only 512 MB, which uses for input and output storage. So thank you for watching the video, and I will come up with an hands-on section in the next video. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.